All right. Grand Rising, Elizabeth, and a little Liz Bros. Okay, so today is, of course, Passion and Purpose Friday. And this week is special because we are not only highlighting passion and purpose, but we are also talking about a lot of our Black men who are in here who are supporting us in our passion and purpose. So shout out to this week because Father's Day is on Sunday, y'all. I am Lolly Mariah, your co-host today, and we have the lovely Queen Aduni.
Yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Looking forward to this because I love to hear artists talk about themselves, not just like I'm the greatest, but what else is happening in your life? We only see each other because I'm an artist and Lolly, you're a performer as well. And um, so it's always good. We see them on stage or we see each other on stage, but what else? What's going on through the week? Or what else are you excited about in your life? And so I'm always excited and to hear what else is what other passions are going on. Obviously we're passionate about performing and sharing our talents, but what else is going on? If there is some, that is it. And that's fine, but usually even if they're singing or performing all the time, sometimes they have these, and then I make these clothes, the stuff that they make to go along with their whole persona. I have this fashion and I have these cups and I have these, I work with youth or whatever that is. So I'm always excited to hear what else is going on in your life. So welcome, True. Um, I want to also say that it's always good when our brothers come on, we call it eye candy because we get to look at our handsome brothers in the other day. What's that? Friday. Well, actually, I didn't say it yesterday to the brother that came on, Toby.
Yes.
Toby, because he was definitely an eye candy.
Yes.
Then we had a brother on 89 years old, Joy. 89 years old.
Yes.
Still an eye candy. So we just love to see you all, you brothers. So welcome. Welcome, True. And I will just turn it on over to Lolly.
Yay. All right. So let me preface this by saying, again, that we're honoring the men this week. 'Cause a lot of times, we have our conversations all the time, but sometimes it's nice to get the male energy, some masculine energy, some input from my bros, from my brothers, from the men, the kings, the princes, whatever you want to be. Um, but something that I was like, actually, when we were talking maybe a week or two ago about like, okay, this week we should probably think of some men to bring on, and I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I'm gonna explain why in a second. But the first person that came into my mind was True, and I'm like, interesting. But I'll tell you why, and why is because I'm a big energy person. Okay, I'm a big energy person. A lot of people know me, but a lot of people don't know me. So a lot of times I'm in these spaces and like I'm there, I'll support others, I might perform, whatever. I might not even physically, but I'm a big energy person and I'm watching and I'm observing. I'm observing people, how they carry themselves. I'm observing what they're saying. Just observing who they are and what I see. And a lot of times and one thing I want to acknowledge is that I really, 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 really appreciate positive masculine energy. It's something that not only is just like, hey, I'm here, but hey, I'm here to provide something to the space. And that's what's really important to me. I also kind of have seen, I believe, I'm just making some assumptions, but I believe not only is True a very wonderful spoken word artist, but also a father, yes. Um, and has quite a lot of other things going for him. So I really was like, you know what, this is the perfect opportunity for him to not only be like, hey, I'm an artist, listen to me speak, okay, great, but to be able to really have like a conscious dialogue about, you know, who it is that he is being, and to just bring forth some of that more useful energy into the space as well, just because it's good to highlight the men as they are escalating in their wisdom and their age. So, all that being said, I hope that explained why I was an advocate for True. But True, how are you? How you doing? Thanks for being here.
Abundance, abundance. I'm doing pretty spectacular myself today. Um, I appreciate all those kind words, and you pretty much hit everything dead on the money. Feeling pretty great.
Cool, cool. All right, so I only know so much about you from passing, and I realized the funniest part of what I know about you is that when I sent you the DM about all of this information, I saw like an old DM from like college asking about a party, and I'm like, I'm like, time is something funny. It's just funny how full circle that
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Yes. But if you could please tell us who you are, more than just I'm a star poet or whatever. No, but really tell us like who you are, what it is that you do, for yourself, for family, for community, whatever. Just kind of talk to us a little bit so we can get a little more of the tea.
Um, my name is True Avery. All in all, I like to sum it up as I am a gap filler. Um, as I maneuver through these spaces and this life, I've just noticed that every space I enter, I feel like it's missing something. And whatever I feel like it's missing, I try to provide whatever that thing is. And that's pretty much me, summed up all throughout. Um, I am a writer, past poetry when it comes to film, and curated stories, as well as a construction worker. I do movies. I do I curate events. I pretty much just do at this moment a lot of things that connect me with people. I'm noticing so. Other than there, I'm really just here to be of value to wherever I go.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for being of
That
value.
is in the garden with your watermelon.
Yeah.
I got to eat my watermelon in the garden.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep. And
I
he
can
eats
eat
watermelon in the
watermelon
garden.
too.
Yeah, I eat a lot of watermelon. I eat a lot of watermelon.
So
I eat watermelon in the garden.
since you're talking about this, tell us about your health journey. I know that was something you were doing recently and how that's impacted you, family, and all of that.
So I am a fruitarian. My diet.
Can I eat my watermelon out of the garden?
Yeah, of course.
Your watermelon?
No, you got to finish eating your oatmeal first. But I am a fruitarian. I consume about 85, 95% fruit. That's my diet consists of. It started out with just well, her mother was sick for a lot of years, and in the process of trying to get her healthy, we kept finding plant-based lifestyle. So that's kind of what got me on my journey. And then a couple years later, I just X'd out all meat. And then since then, it's been just a journey of finding what to eat and how to eat it. And then realizing that you can just eat fruit. Went with that. I have an addictive personality trait. So anything I find that I like, I enjoy it and I like a lot. And so I started trying to just find myself to be addicted towards things that are healthy for me. And you can't really overeat fruit, you know. So past that point of me trying to wean myself off of all other addictions, the weed, the drinking, the gambling, et cetera, it would it just came to the point where it was like, okay, let me just every time I found myself fasting and reaching higher frequencies, I would just be feeling better in life. And then that's what led me to my 120 days. Well, last year I did 60 days, but it was supposed to be 30 fruitarian fast. And I just kept messing up and kept extending the days. So I ended up doing like 66. And this year I'm like, okay, every time I do a fast, when my fast ends, I always go back to doing whatever I was doing after the fast. So this year I was like, let me do it long enough to the point where it just becomes lifestyle. And that's where I started the 120-day fruit fast that ended up being 150 before I broke. So
They can't see my ramen and when your ramen
mm-hmm.
outside.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
That's awesome. I think going fruitarian
They can't see my ramen
is a challenge.
outside. Your ramen
Definitely a challenge. But I like how you turn one challenge of like a health issue, a health challenge into like, okay, let's turn this into a lifestyle where we can actually increase our health overall. I was going to think of another word, but I couldn't think of it. But just overall, have better health. And so another question I have for you, since we were talking about, okay, we're going on fast and our health and even bringing kids into it, because watermelon, you know, in the garden sounds really lovely. Like I feel like I need to go to a garden in the backyard right now and eat watermelon in the garden. That sounds like really pleasant. But for your fast, is there anything I guess is there anything spiritual connected to your fasting as well? Or like you said, it makes you feel better, you know, overall in life as you elevate. But can you talk a little bit about like the process for you on maybe a more spiritual level?
That last ending.
Oh yeah. So I was just asking for your fast and everything that you've been doing to elevate your health. You know, how is that elevating you on maybe a conscious or more spiritual level for yourself?
Okay. Actually, my I like to hear people.
Before you dog.
I like.
just gotta say before I got because the dog is making noise.
The dog can make noise.
So the dog is making noise because you're on phone call.
I know, but the dog don't know I'm on the phone. So if the dog just making noise, the dog would make noise. That's okay.
Is that your daughter?
Yes, this is my daughter.
How old is she?
She'll be 3 on the 1st. Say hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I'll be big and I'll be big in 2 days.
Uh-huh. You're 3? You're 3 years old? Uh-huh.
I just want to know where you get your watermelon because I have yet to have one this summer, and I'm really craving, but it needs to have seeds. Otherwise, I'm not touching it.
Gotta have seeds. But honestly, answer your question. I like to hear people's stories on their awakening journey, and mine, I like to say, it kind of happened, even though there's no mistakes. It kind of happened by mistake. I was working, and I ended up just throwing myself into work so much that I wasn't sleeping and I wasn't eating, and I started having all these euphoric feelings, and everything started lining up for me in like the craziest ways, and it was awesome. And then when I started back eating and sleeping, it went away, and it was like, oh, I don't feel the same. Like I'm doing what people told me I need to do to take care of myself, but I feel worse. You feel me, from eating and sleeping. So I was like, all right, cool, great. And I tried to trick myself into not sleeping again, and that didn't work.
No.
Because it wasn't organic. You feel me? Like, I just tried to stand up. You know? It just didn't work. And then I was like, all right, cool. What about my diet though? You feel me? I started paying researching like fasting and things like that. So when it comes to my spiritual journey, it is directly and deeply rooted with my diet. Like they go hand in hand for me constantly. I feel like I can't be grounded if I'm sitting here eating all the types of things. And that's why for the past year and a half, it's like when people come up to me, it's like, oh yeah, I would have some of that, but I'm fasting right now. You always fast. And it's like, I guess I am. And then that's where it goes into just becoming a lifestyle. But with being able to have a clearer mind, I'm able to then focus on things I want to apply in my life. So therefore, not being so consumed with what I'm consuming gives me more I guess a freer headspace to meditate and to do my breath work and to focus on the things that I want to be focusing on and not the things outside of myself that just take a lot of time.
Man, that is such a cool way of approaching life.
Daddy,
If it's not working, just don't be bothered with it. Like you said, it's not taking up time in your life, because I know in mine, it's like I spend so much time trying to get some more of this or trying to find some more of that, and who can I get this from, and it's not even, you know, the benefits they vary, but like you said, when you can really focus in on your life and what is best for your life, and not only discipline yourself but enjoy it, so it's not a hard discipline. I got to make myself, I got to stop doing this and stop doing that, or don't add this, or I need this, and you know, I really don't want this, you know, but I need this. When you can get to that point where just life just works for you, you know, your intake, your output, all of that just works, and I mean, that's joy. That's joy. That's the joy of life.
I really appreciate you today, because you were talking about eating fruit. During the summer, my appetite diminishes, and I don't, you know, because every day in this household, we seem to be talking about what we're going to have for dinner today, or what we're going, and it ends up being something, you know, till last night I said, I don't want anything. I don't want anything. I'm doing, drink some water. I don't want to think about my meals. I'm so done. So done. I mean, I can eat an avocado a day. That's fine with me. My avocado with my um uh um mushrooms on top, you know, and eat that. And that keeps me pretty full for most of the day. And then to eat watermelon all day, oh yeah, I'm I can do that. You know, just something I just have to go and put in the bowl. I don't want to think about the ingredients. And even though I do enjoy cooking, but I enjoy my creative endeavors more. And I don't want to think about the food. I want the food to just be, and I just grab it and go and just munch all day. That's better for me than just preparing a meal. It really.
Mama Evelyn, the Detroit, you know, People's Food Co-op store, it carries seeded watermelons.
Yeah, I just need to get over there when they're not all sold out. Well, if I can make it today.
Yeah, maybe you had to start at the beginning of the day, you know, but
Yes,
they do carry it. I think that they also have the other ones. Yeah, but they do. What'd you say?
Also, on the, I don't know if you're on the east side. Oh, fruitarian, right?
Yeah, fruitarian.
Yeah.
Fruitopian.
Fruitopian is cute though. But yeah, if you're on the east side, the Randazzo's on the east side, basically 7 Mile Van Dyke area. The Randazzo's over there does have seeded watermelons. That's where I get mine from. They're usually like $10.
Okay. All right.
So, and they're usually pretty good. I've only had one that I was like, did y'all mix this one? Because this one is not giving seeds. But the majority of the ones that I've had have been good. And I haven't really had an issue with them for real. So
okay.
if you're over that direction, then that's
I'm close. I'm close to there. Not
then you can always call and ask, do they have it? Yeah. And they'll even, you know, can you sit one aside for me? My name is so and so. You know, I'm on my way.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially if they only have a few left, then ask them to put one aside for you.
Okay. You mean the food co-op, or you mean Randazzo's?
Either one. Any store you want something, you can ask them to put it aside if they only have a few.
Okay.
They will.
But usually Randazzo's has like a real big container full of them. So,
I tell people all the time, if you go to Randazzo and they ain't got a watermelon, leave and come back in an hour.
Yeah.
I know, right?
It's certain things they have consistently at Randazzo's. Yeah, certain things I don't like to get from Randazzo's. Like I don't like to get grapes from Randazzo's on the east side because they're always soft and soggy, and it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's beyond the point. Okay. Anyway, focus. All
like
right, cool. So, I was gonna mention I lost it. I lost it. It's gonna come back to me.
Come back, come back.
Come
So,
back.
Drew, do you have a garden? Do you have a garden, Drew?
No, somebody brought me a watermelon plant. They kind of started the process. So when she mentions that, she's talking about the watermelon plant and then the tomatoes that we're trying to get going.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if I do my watermelon,
You can sit wherever you want to.
I want to right there if I can eat my watermelon.
Okay, you can sit right there.
I don't know. I love when kids are talking. This sounds weird. I know that sounds weird, but it's the innocence and then they're just observant and they just want to be a part of things and it's
They just want to be here. They just want to be.
yeah.
Experience life, right?
That's just the mama in me. Okay. And the educator. Okay, but anyway, I was going to mention, so we talked about, life. We talked about, your awakening journey with eating, with food, your health consciousness. But consciousness in general seems to be a kind of a recurring theme that I see in a lot of what you speak of when you're doing your spoken word pieces and everything else. So could you tell us maybe a little bit of like some of the topics that you hit on in your spoken word pieces and why it's important to you to spread that information or that knowledge or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking yesterday about the how you walk through your own personal evolution because you know where you've been, and it's like a couple, man, 2-3 years ago, I really thought like we was just people on a on a planet walking around. It's like it's deeper than that. And for me, it's changed my life to be able to be at peace with myself and be at peace with the things around me, and to just know that all is well and all is working. So it's like having something that I'm not I'm not a rich man. I ain't got like a lot of physical money, but I've always been one to want to share anything that I had, and to be able to put yourself in. You want me to be quiet on my phone call so you can go on the phone? Okay. So, but to always put yourself in a worse off position because you're giving everything that you do have to other people, and then winding up with nothing, and then discovering something that's endless. Like I can always give you me. I don't gotta go earn that. I don't gotta go find it. I don't gotta go like it's me. Especially when I'm always there authentically. And if I can somehow convince you or lead you or show you or just be around you in the moment that I'm able to embody this, and you wake up or you dive into it, or I can reiterate a recurring theme in your life that gets you to where I'm at or how you feeling, how I'm feeling, I feel like that's life. That's what we're supposed to be doing. So when it comes to consciousness and when it comes to just speaking about esotericism, I think that is one of them things where it's inside of all of us. Because everybody that I've seen start making transitions, and when it's like when it hit you, it hits you. And because there's no telling what's going to make it hit you, there's no telling what somebody's going to insight. There's no telling how many times you've heard the term meditation this week. And this time when I say it, I'm the tipping stone that make you go meditate. So for me, I think learning life is something that everybody should do. And when I say learning life, it's like learning everything inside and outside of us.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yes, he uses a lot of big words. Uh, sometimes in his spoken word pieces. But not to the point. Like I've heard, okay, so there are some spoken word artists that just they're like, I went through the dictionary and picked out all the words that I can pick out just to make it seem like I'm saying something. And then there are some that are like using words to help you better understand a concept. And like those are probably the best words to use. And if you need to look it up, you can. But those are some of the best words to use to explain something that is hard to explain. And so I appreciate that when I have heard him do his spoken word pieces, that it was one of those things where it really made you think. Like, and his performance style was very like engaging as well. So at some point y'all got to check out his work in action. But speaking of your work in action, can you tell us a little bit about like what shows you have coming up, anything you're doing in community, anything that you feel like we should know so that we can further support you in your mission?
Well, actually, right now a lot of my shows are more based around community, instead of more like showcasing. So, like today, Motown is doing their Juneteenth Jubilee. Um, I'm performing there. There's another Chill Don't Kill rally coming up in about 2 weeks. I'm performing there. I just performed at the Detroit Health Equity Summit last week, so I'm really more into doing more community-based shows right now. Like I said, in the summer when the sun come out more, I just love being around people and family and environments. So catering pieces towards there. And it's funny that you describe my poetry like that, because I've always wanted to be a person where I can speak to whatever type of crowd and make all my stuff palatable. So I'm glad that you picked up on that. And even when somebody first labeled me as esoteric, I was like, all right, if you say so. And I went to my own corner and looked at what esoteric was. So, oh, okay. All right. Okay. I guess that, okay, cool. That makes sense. But it's just about inclusion of everybody. So I have a movement called ESC, Everybody Support Everybody. And it's more so of an ideology of we are all individualistic pieces to the puzzle. And when we come together, we want to see the bigger picture. So every summer I host an event called The Bigger Picture. And it's a community-based event. It's completely free. And I'm just basically put together whatever resources or things that people have to offer and put them all in one room. From things with the children activities for the children to be able to come participate in arts and crafts and physical activities, as well as gaining knowledge and resources, using it as a back to school drop off for our back to school supply drive that we do at the end of the summer, having community resources, diaper giveaways, Narcan giveaways, resources for housing, whatever the individuals that we call that they have to offer. So that's a lot, taking up a lot of my time right now, is basically just putting in the groundwork and the preparation to make that event happen coming this July. So.
For sure. Please let us know more or send me more information so I can share it as well. So get as much support as possible for that. So we do have a question or a comment from someone. So let's get Joy. Joy, I see your hand is raised.
Always got questions.
Yes.
I'd like to hear a sample. Can you give us a sample of some of your work? Just a quick sample.
Yeah. I be trying a lot of stuff. It don't always go to plan. Sometimes it hurt my feelings, but I always try again. Pride will never crumble. Feeling never fold. Cause ain't nobody special. That's some shit you need to know, but it's some special shit inside you. Once you peep it, it will blow. Stop wiping off that dirt. Sometimes you need the shit to grow. I said stop wiping off the dirt. Sometimes you need the shit to grow. You've been planning for some seasons. It's dark inside that hole. I know you think you're drowning. That's the sun melting snow. Stay patient and persistent. You gonna see where this shit go. It's some love in the shadows, some demons in the light. You ain't gotta know what's wrong just to know some shit ain't right. The world been feeling weird. A nigga can't sleep at night. I've been seeing different numbers, auntie. What that mean in life? I've been judging a lot less, letting people live more. Cause I'm at battle with myself, and it's a different type of war. Cause we can't throw them bitches, let alone shoot your boy. I can only run from him if I hit the liquor store, and he'd be on my ass when everything I have took my soul and my mind and put my body into fast. I done took the red pill, and I can never take it back. Trying to learn what I'm into and teach you how to. You okay? There's a fly on you?
All right, all right.
Fly. It's gone. You fine?
That was
That was all right, True. That was all right.
great.
Thank you.
I love it.
Yes, great job.
Yes, that was nice. You know, stop. What is it? Stop wiping the dirt off. Sometimes you need the shit to grow. Was that something along those lines? I feel like
Yeah.
we've talked about that on this call before. We definitely have. We definitely have. But that definitely brings us, brings me at least in thought back to this concept of a garden and how we are cultivating spaces for ourselves to grow in and for others to grow in. And that, this platform and the many other platforms that we have been on and will be on are just stepping stones in our development, in the really bettering our own environments, beautifying our own environments. When you talk about, like if the city of Detroit is ever doing a beautifying project, there's always flowers involved, blooming, something beautiful to bring to the space. And I appreciate that we all, and that you, Elizabeth, have something to bring to the space as well. So thank you for sharing a piece of your art with us today.
Mhm.
So another question, it's full of questions. I know this feels like an interview, but it kind of is. So I have another question. We talked a lot about your process to get to this point. We talked about your artistry. You shared your artistry. We talked about your fruit, your diet, all of that. And I want to know, what is something that you're striving for, that you would like to achieve? What is something, or where do you see yourself? Who do you see yourself being, in the future? Who are you walking into now? Kind of, what are some of those goals that you would like to share with the world?
To be honest with you,
Mm-hmm.
I am who I am right now.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything I'm striving for more so than the ability to continuously do what I'm doing now and have it not be something that seems obscure. So to be able to wake up every day and choose which one of my facets that I love I'm going to dive into. Rather it's going to be construction or production, or rather it's going to be creating stories, or rather it's going to be playing with my daughter or sitting with my family. I think every day we need something different. The space around us needs something different. So for me to be who I am right now in an environment where everybody's waking up every day to go to work, to jobs that they hate and doing things they dislike, and then it just seems like I'm living a carefree life where I'm just out here eating watermelon in the sun on any given day because that's what I wanted to do. When in actuality, I know that in my heart I give just as much, if not more, work to the world than other people do, going to 9 to 5s. But for right now, because I'm happy in every step of my life, for the majority, it seems as though that, like I say, I'm just, my brother described it as just a hippie if he walk around just feeding the grass. It's like, all right, cool. And I think it only is obscure because what I'm doing right now is perfect for me, for life. I can do this forever. And I think I would just like to do it in an environment where other people know they can do it too. I'm not special.
Definitely, that being present with who you are is huge. And where
Can you
you
give me a
are.
moment?
Yeah, sure thing.
Doctor? Yeah. Alea's sick again. I don't know. She just holding her stomach. Oh, yeah, she didn't come right away. Okay? right away. All right. He said, "Can you hold up 5 minutes?" Okay. All right. See you soon. He comes in 5 minutes. Okay. You got hang on. You good? Hang on.
I love it. That is,
So, go ahead, Mama Evelyn.
I'm just saying that's adorable. That's adorable. Oh my goodness.
It is. It makes me wonder because, okay, so we all have different backgrounds and different life stories. Okay. My particular life story, I'm not very familiar with the father-daughter relationship as I feel like it should be. But I always love and appreciate watching when there are fathers who actually, embrace the role of fatherhood, especially when they have daughters. And so could you tell us a little bit, since we're talking about fathers this week and everything, could you tell us a little bit about like the process for you of becoming a father and what that looks like for you on a daily, like could you just share that with us?
For me, I think it goes into I don't know what I'm doing. She don't know what she doing. We figured it out together. Yeah. It just I got a couple years on her, so I want her to have access to everything. So it's like, let me just keep doing what I've been doing. Because right now I realize that she think I got it all. And it's just been from me doing what I've been doing. So when it was time for me to have a child, I think I had to put myself in the mindset of not trying to put myself in the mindset of being a great father more than a great person.
Yeah.
So with her right now is literally just, especially with just also learning life, it's like, shoot, this is my little friend, The same way, I think the only reason why people don't like to look at it as being friends with your children is because most people don't know how to be friends with their friends. They don't know how to correct things when you're wrong, how to set boundaries up, how to lead by example. If you are just a great person overall, you're going to be a great friend, you're going to be a great business partner, you're going to be a great father, you're going to be a great mother, a great neighbor. It's just hard not to be a great person and not be great in all these other aspects of life because you're not attempting to have it all together. Like there's no section of me that believes I need to have everything figured out more so than just being completely open and honest with her when she comes to me for things. So sometimes I the thing because I said so, that's something that was huge growing up. Just not feel like that was an appropriate response from my parents. And sometimes I catch myself saying like, because I said so, baby. Stop. Yeah, come on, let's go take the trampoline. And it's like I don't have to. When I realize why I'm saying that, it normally has something to do with me not having the answer or not knowing how to properly express the answer, and rarely have something to do with her not being able to receive the answer, not being smart enough to know what I'm talking about. And so it's just small things like that of paying attention to me. That has nothing to do with reading a father's book or trying to win a dad of the warrior. It's just more growing up. I did not like that. So let me give my daughter something that I would have appreciated. So my parenting advice is be a good human.
I think that's very helpful. It's very helpful to be a good human, when you need to be a parent. Shout out to all the good humans out there. Uh, I would consider human. I think, for the most part, I have my flaws. I'm a good human. Well, I can speak for the women in here. I've met them. These are all great women, and the majority of them, if not all, are mothers in some capacity. And so I definitely love hearing from the male perspective what it looks like to be an active father. Um, oh, Karen K says, "Amen to being a good human." Yes, yes. That's awesome. That's awesome. Do we have any other questions?
Well, I like it. True, I really like what you said about well, one, if you're just a good human, right? Then you don't have to figure out what audience you're dealing with, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just, this is me,
Right.
and I am, well, I'm going to say a good human, but I'm just saying, you don't have to figure out, okay, I'm going into this office. And what you said, when you said that the moment, in this moment, that's all you just want to be the best in this moment. You want to be, not that you want to be accepted, but that, because being accepted means that it's based on what other people think. But just you bring yourself and you carry yourself in that this is who you get, no matter what. If it's a child, if you're dealing as a father, are you dealing as an artist, are you dealing as a floor sweeper, this is what you're going to get. And you can depend on me to be present in that moment, because I'm not thinking about the future. I'm not back in my past. I'm being present with you, which is really a challenge, can be a challenge with most, with many, I'll just say it can be a challenge, because when we are not present, we're thinking about how we're going to impress these people so that in the future they're going to do this, that, and the other for me, this door for me. But if you're just great and you're being, you're representing who you are, it is I am, then this is what you're going to get. You're going to always get this, and this is my best in this moment, so I really appreciate that. I'd like to know what your education was like, in
Don't you put me up, don't
yeah.
me.
What was your day? Are you here? Are you a Detroiter?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I graduated from Cody High School, 2014, and then I did 3.5 years of Michigan State before I got tired of the system.
What were you taking there?
Media information. So
Yeah,
movies.
because you said you're doing filming and
Correct.
yeah, that's cool.
Awesome. Karen K, I see your hand is up.
Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. Please forgive my not being on camera. I'm a little under the weather, so I'm in bed. But anyway, I wanted to commend you, True, for this interview. It was very enlightening. I do want to look more into being a fruitarian, not a fruitopia. I think I could do it. At one point, I was a pescatarian, where I think everything except meat, and I do love fruit. My only question was about the protein, because I did have a bariatric surgery a few years ago, and it said that I need to continue with protein, which is the only reason I started back eating meat. But I know you can get protein in different things. But as a fruitarian, what do you do for protein? And then I have another question about your daughter.
Okay. So I am not a qualified health professional. However, what I have discovered is the complex structure that we know as protein is not as needed as people make it seem to believe. And the reason why I say as needed is because I am not a qualified health professional. So certain individuals, if your doctor said you need protein, I can't tell you why or why not. Only thing I can say is I went 150 days only eating fruit without thinking of the word protein. I never thought about it. I never wondered where it was coming from. I strictly ate fruit and drank herbal teas and had some herbal compounds at the beginning for my parasite plus, lymphatic plus, organ cleanse, et cetera, et cetera. I never, ever lacked anything from my perspective. So
Okay, that's
if you
fair.
need, I don't know when you start needing it because I was after 150 days, I need.
I also want to hop in and real quick before your next question. I will say, seeds of a watermelon are very high in protein content. Just in case you didn't know, you can Google it. A goosey, which is the African dish, is made from melon seeds. It's a protein made from melon seeds, by the way. So that might have been helpful. True, it might have been helpful in your journey because if you're eating a lot of watermelon, seeded watermelon, you might have gotten some protein from those seeds.
Right.
Just throwing that
Also,
out there.
but you have to. I hear that aspect, and I'm not taking anything away from the protein that is found in certain fruits. But also I have to understand that I just started eating watermelon a month ago, 6 weeks ago when it came back into season. So I still went, for months without, but that's why I say dive into these conversations is like I don't like steering people wrong. So I don't know nothing about nothing. I'm just here. I'm just here.
At least you're honest. Appreciate it. All right, Karen K, you had another question?
Yes, I do have another question. You said your daughter, what is her name? She's such a precious soul.
Alea.
Alea. Alea is 2, going on 3 next month. She'll be 3 on the 1st. I was wondering about a system. I know you said you left Michigan State because you was tired of the system. Have you thought about a school system for her?
So she has been enrolled in a monetary school. And I think I was relatively comfortable with her learning all the life skills that they had to offer. But more so than that, I never really planned on enrolling her in school, or neither did her mother. But of course, that was years ago, and things have changed. But nonetheless, I like to say that I'm going to be guided towards that thing when it's time. But right now, it's like she learning on a daily basis, and I like watching her learn, and I don't see myself putting her with somebody else who failed me to try to learn. So, however, we need to avoid that situation. We're going to make that happen.
Awesome. I'm speaking from an educational standpoint of being a high school teacher and trainer for the last 43 years. And
Okay.
and there are a lot of home school, because that's what it sounds like you're talking about, homeschooling her, which to me is the best thing. But the curriculum of high school, it seems I've been listening to you all morning with her. You're doing it. You're doing our curriculum. Our curriculum is a child-centered based curriculum, meaning whatever the child wants, that's what you give them. And that's what's happening in the school systems. That's what I teach the teachers that I train all over the world. So it's a child-centered world. It's a child-centered curriculum. Children learn from their world. We learn from children. You and Alea have this high school thing going on. You haven't even been, I don't know if you've been high school trained. I'm just going to assume that you have not. But that's the beauty of high school. It's doing what you're doing. It's being human. I say that in my classes all the time. If you treat your children in your classroom as humans, they'll be able to teach you. You'll be able to teach them. It's reciprocal. And I've just been over here just overjoyed listening to the conversation, because most people, and everybody on here, Elizabeth, known, because we've interviewed lots of people, and most people will say, okay, I got an interview today. Alea, here's an iPad, here's a TV, here's a phone. Go sit over there. Don't say a word because I have an interview today.
Yeah.
No, she's part of the interview because she's part of you.
Exactly.
And I'm just so overjoyed about this. And if there's anything I can do to help you with this journey of raising Alea in the high scope way that you've already started, call me.
All praise
That's
be
all
to
I
the
have to
Most
say.
High. I would love your information. So I'll definitely connect with Molly and gather the information. What was your name again?
Karen K. Rush, Amazing K.
Amazing K. It was a
That's
I
pleasure.
me.
like it. Okay?
Amazing K.
Yep.
Amazing.
I love that. I love that. I'll make sure y'all get connected.
Thank
Um,
you.
Mama Evelyn, you have a question?
No, I just had I like what Amazing Case said. That wow, wish I'd known you 11 years ago, well, 13 years ago now with my grandson. But and with along with the homeschooling, I was just thinking, that if you need to put your daughter in an environment, you can always check it out. Just, for a day or so, just to have her socialize with other children.
Mhm.
Detroit Waldorf is a multicultural, it's a place that, my daughter went, my grandson went for 8 years. He now goes to Art Academy in the Woods because he's very artistic. And so, yeah, that's another resource. Because the younger grades do things like bake bread, make soup, make their own applesauce, is play based, especially in the younger grades, because they have the kitchen area and they have the rug area where they sit down and tell stories. And so, yeah, that's just another resource if you just want, just to have her socialize with other children.
No, that's right. You said the Waldorf.
Waldorf, Detroit Waldorf. Yes, it's
Yes.
up there on Burns, right off of Mac.
I'm definitely gonna look into that. That sounds fire. Detroit Waldorf.
Yeah. The teachers kind of dress like farm maidens. That's what I used to call them. Because they have the long aprons, they have the pockets with the stuff in it and stuff. Yeah.
I know it sounds like a more in-depth Montessori school.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what the similarities are, but I heard it is kind of Montessori too. So
Yeah.
but it's a little looser, I think.
Hey, just more life skills. Have some more than the book curriculum.
Yeah. And definitely a lot of outdoor play, and they're the ones that during the pandemic they built the outdoor classrooms.
Fire.
So that weather permitting, they were outdoors most of the time. Yeah.
So we love resources. All right, we're running lower on time. So, Sister Deetra, you have
Oh,
a question
greetings,
comment?
Grand Rising, everybody. Yes, I just want to say thank you to True
Yes.
for shouting out Montessori. I'm a 10-year certified Montessori teacher, so I do understand the beauty in Montessori, and it does draw closely to Waldorf too. So, because I know about that as well. So, thank you and best wishes for that young angel.
You look just like you.
Abundance. Thank you.
Yes. All right. So this is my last question or request of you, I should say. Every day it seems like we've asked this question. So since we've bombarded you with questions today and learned a lot about you, what is it that you would like to learn from us as a group of women that you're like, I need to know this or I would like this information. So is there any questions you have for us?
Honestly, I wish I had some questions for y'all, but I have enjoyed my experience. You guys were phenomenal from top to bottom, and I don't think there's anything I need. My heart is
Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Do you have any product services, anything that you want to share with us too before we wrap?
Like
I said, I am planning the bigger picture community event. So any community resources that you guys may have, whether it's a giveaway, more information, or any possible volunteers or resources for the children, are much needed and appreciated. So if you guys do, you can just contact me, hit me up, and I can give you more information on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
What
was wondering,
is it
will there
made
be vendors there as
Yes.
well? Okay.
Yes.
When is that? When is your event?
July 21st.
Okay. Mhm.
Yes. July 21st is going to be at the Vanguard.
It's gonna be where?
At Vanguard.
Vanguard.
Yeah. Up East Grand Boulevard.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Well, that's cool.
So yes, if you are interested in vending, just let me know. We can get you set up.
What's your
Okay,
cost
thanks.
for the vendors?
I'm sorry.
Your cost for
Come
the
for
vendors?
Sandra.
$35, $50 without the table.
Okay, that's nice.
Hi,
We
I will play with
done
Sandra.
Hug Detroit Day.
Hi,
at
I
Vanguard.
will play with
I'm sorry.
We've held Hug Detroit Day,
Mm-hmm.
which is always the fourth Sunday in August.
Sandra.
Yeah, we've done it there. Beautiful,
Okay.
space. Yeah, and they are beautiful people
Yeah, they are.
and working with you as well. As we go out, I would love for you to, we generally ask what's going on this evening, but I would love for you to take us out with one of your art pieces.
Hmm. Leia, you want to hear Daddy do a piece?
Huh?
You want to hear Daddy do a piece? Okay.
Should I gotta be quiet?
Do you want to be quiet? You don't want to be quiet?
I don't want to be talking.
Okay, you can talk. I said, I be talking to my daughter. She my confidant. And I know that she be listening because she don't talk a lot. But the way that we resonate be so crazy. The way that she look at me like I'm the one who made her, but she my baby. Well,
Daddy,
yes.
can you put my necklace on my neck?
Oh, you want to wear my necklace?
No, wear my necklace.
Yours is in the house.
Oh, so can you get my necklace out?
Yep, give me 2 seconds, okay?
Wow, it's too big. That is too
They said
big.
true. How you growing so tall when we came from nothing? I said, y'all don't remember? When they started passing out seeds, y'all pushed past me. I was last to the cupboard. Y'all took all the tomatoes and all the cucumbers. Then relished over the fact that when it was finally my turn to get right, all they had left was mustard. Nobody knew what it was, but I knew it was something. I just had to stay patient and persistent, prepare for what was coming. It came from the dirt. Some of it stuck on me. And I got the seeds now, but my water not running. I just needed a little bit. Never knew I had abundance. When I dropped to my knees, I wasn't praying. I was hurt. Everything that I loved, I just covered up with dirt and pain because it ain't rain. And I thought my plan ain't work. I've been shedding tears for years ever since I hit this earth. Rest in peace to my past. It's good it departed. But who would have thought it? Worst pain I ever felt is what got it all started. Tears hit the soil and transfer to the seed. A little bit of faith is all you ever need. I know the sun gonna shine. I got faith in my team. I ain't got no tomatoes, but I got a whole tree. And that's not to throw shade, it's just them from my leaves. I ain't gotta play no music because the birds are my peeps. You can never know my heights because my roots run deep. You can't sting me from my past because that's how I came to be. If you leave me when I fall, then that's how it's supposed to be. Because me as a human, all I'm supposed to be doing is be ing. But you are something different, more like a leech, only to return when I'm happy as can be. When the sun shines early and my leaves show some green, but please leave me be. If you're not gonna bring me peace, I produce my own winds ever since I learned to breathe. Growing up in the city, kind of hard for a tree. We can never see the stars because of all the LEDs, and we barely bear fruit because they make us barren. Basically, being a plant in the city is not for the weak. That's why tomatoes and cucumbers only for summer and spring. The city ain't gonna change. It's only getting colder. So if we don't change, the world will soon be over. Stop living just enough. Stop giving just enough for the city, because that's what stunts your growth. So, bro, how you growing so tall when we came from nothing? How could you be in existence if not have came from something? You gotta know our roots run way deeper in this concrete jungle. You know these potholes around the city of Motown. Y'all gotta know that concrete crumble. Mother Earth don't play that. We let the ground level for too long. I think she want her space back. That's why I walk in no shooters zone. I know this concrete under our feet ain't gonna be here for too long. The marathon continues. And all of that. But not just because I'm black. Life is not about the race. It's about staying on track. Peace. Love. Light. The butterfly. Where the butterfly at?
The butterfly.
Yeah.
We couldn't get it.
Mm.
It's okay. We get another butterfly. I seen it was white.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time
y'all.
today.
Mm.
Thank you for being
Thank
here
y'all.
and your beautiful daughter. Hey girl, thank you.
So you welcome.
All right,
You're
Queen,
welcome.
do you wanna wrap us up?
Mm.
You
Oh,
on
you
mute?
muted.
Yes, again, thank you, True, for coming and thoroughly enjoyed you and want to see you again, see you perform and interact with you in other ways. Ashe, any special event that we need to talk about? You want to share?
Today, Motown. Yes, today, Motown. Actually both he's performing. I'm also performing. I'm doing the Black National Anthem. And then there'll be quite a few other performances and things today as well. So that's the soonest thing you can do today, 6 o'clock, Motown Museum. You know where that's at, on the boulevard. We'd love to see you there. So that's yes.
So you'll be
Yes.
opening it up
Yeah, pretty much.
with the song. And then are you going to perform something else?
No.
Okay, okay. Awesome, awesome. Anyone else? All right, let's give ourselves a big
Yes. What
hug.
time is the event?
Oh,
6
What
o'clock.
time is the event?
at
6
6,
o'clock. 6 o'clock.
at 6, at 6. Stacy, give yourself a hug, girl. And hug the whole world. If you gotta, Drew, you gotta come on with us. Hug the world. Yeah, there you go. There you go. And sprinkle goodness and blessings all over.
That Jersey. Yeah, the doctor, yeah. Yeah.
All right. I think you got a singer on your hands.
I do.
Peace out.
Thank y'all so much. Peace and abundance.
Thank you.